So this is the first problem on Hartnell governor. So what does it say? A Hartnell governor having a central sleeve spring and two right-angled bell crank levers move between 290 rpm and 310 rpm for a sleeve lift of 15 mm. The sleeve arms and the ball arms are 80 mm and 120 mm respectively. The levers are pivoted at 120 mm from the governor axis and mass of each ball is 2.5 kg. The ball arms are parallel to the governor axis at the lowest equilibrium speed. So what we have to determine? Determine loads on spring at the lowest and highest equilibrium speeds and stiffness of the spring. So mainly we will be determining here the loads on the spring and the stiffness of the spring. So we'll go for the given data. So maximum speed and minimum speed is given. So N1 is 290 rpm. So convert it to omega radians per second, 2 pi n by 60 radians per second. N2 is 310 rpm. Convert it into radians per second. H or the sleeve lift is 15 mm. Convert it in terms of meters. Y is 80 mm. That is your sleeve arm and the ball arm. Sleeve arm is 80 mm. X is your ball arm 120 mm. The radius of rotation, that is the distance of fulcrum from the axis of rotation, is 120 mm, and the mass of the governor ball is 2.5 kg. So majority in this problem, the mass of the central load will not be given. So neglect it and take it as 0. Okay. So first one, what you have to determine? Loads on the spring at the lowest and highest equilibrium speed. Okay. So S is the spring load, S1 is the spring load at lowest equilibrium speed, and S2 is the spring load at highest equilibrium speed. And since the ball arms are parallel to the governor axis at lowest equilibrium speed, so the radius of rotation is 120 mm. R is equal to R1 is equal to 120 mm, 0.12 meters. So how will we calculate the centrifugal force? Next, we calculate the centrifugal force by the equation Fc1 is equal to m into omega 1 square into R1. Substitute all the values. You will be getting the centrifugal force as 277 newtons. Now, here the maximum radius of rotation is not given. So we have to find out the maximum radius of rotation. So maximum speed is given. How much is it? It is 310 rpm. So R2 is the maximum radius of rotation. So that is the speed is 310 rpm. Now we have to find out R2. How will we find out R2? See, we know the equation H is equal to R2 minus R1 into Y by X. So here the value of H is given, X is known, Y is known, R1 is known. Substitute all these values and find out the value of R2. See, H is equal to R2 minus R1 into Y by X. So R2 becomes what? R1 plus H into X by Y is equal to 0.12 plus 0.015 into 0.12 divided by 0.08 is equal to 0.1425 meters. So now we know the value of R2. Substitute for calculating the centrifugal force at maximum position or at maximum speed. So Fc2 is equal to m into omega 2 square into R2. Mass is 2.5 kg. The maximum speed in terms of radians per second is 32.5. R2 is 0.1425. Substitute all this, we will be getting the value is 376 newtons. So these are the figures for lowest equilibrium speed and highest equilibrium speed, lowest position and highest position. So here it is in terms of right angle because the minimum radius of rotation is equal to the radius of rotation, that is the distance of fulcrum from the axis of rotation. So and even this is as he has told in the problem, it is in the type of right angle. So here R becomes R. So after finding the centrifugal force, we will be finding the loads at minimum position and maximum position, and then we will find out the stiffness of the spring. See, and one more thing is here we neglect the obliquity of the arms. The obliquity of the arms is not taken into consideration for all the problems what we solve here for your syllabus. We neglect the obliquity of the arms. What is the equation? M into G plus S1 is equal to 2 into Fc1 into x by y. Substitute all the values. So the value of S1 is 831 newtons. Similarly for highest position, mg plus S2 is equal to 2 Fc2 into x by y. Substitute all the values. You will be getting the value of S2 as 1128 newtons. Okay. So S is equal to S2 minus S1 into h by h. 1128 minus 831 by 15. That is 19.8 Newton per millimeter. So this is the equation for stiffness of the spring. So now we'll go for the next problem. Here, here, what does given it is given as in a spring-loaded Hartnell type governor, the extreme radius of rotations are 80 mm and 120 mm. The ball arm and the sleeve arm of the bell crank lever are equal in length. The mass of each ball is 2 kg. If the speeds at the two extreme positions are 400 and 420 rpm, find initial compression of the central spring and the spring constant. So now we'll go for the given data. Minimum radius of rotation is 80 mm, that is 0.08 meters. Maximum radius of rotation is 120 mm, that is 0.12 meters. And he has told that ball arm and sleeve arm are equal in length, so we'll take it as x is equal to y, 1 meters. Small m is 2 kg. Minimum speed is 400 rpm. Convert it into radians per second. Omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. Maximum speed is 420 rpm into converted radians per second, omega 2. So first we will find out the initial compression of the spring. What is the equation? Fc1 is equal to m into omega 1 square into r1 is equal to 2 into 41.9 whole square into 0.08. So substitute all the values. We will be getting the value of Fc1 as 281 newtons. Similarly, find out the value of centrifugal force at maximum speed, that is Fc2 is equal to m into omega 2 square into m into omega 2 square into r2. So we'll be getting the value as 465 newtons. So now after this step, we will be finding out the uh, load at the minimum position and maximum position. So same equation, mg plus s1 is equal to 2 into fc1 into x by y. Substitute all the known values, we will be getting the value of s1 as 562 newtons. Similarly, find out the value of for maximum position, mg plus s2 is equal to 2 fc2 into x by y. S2 is equal to 930 newtons. So now we have to find out the stiffness of the spring. For finding out the stiffness of the spring, we need the value of h. So what is h? R2 minus R1 into y by x. Substitute all the values. So x is equal to y becomes 1. So the value of h is 40 mm. Stiffness of the spring is S2 minus S1 by h. This equation is known. Substitute all the values, we are getting it as 9.2 Newton per millimeter. And initial compression of the spring is capital S1 by S. Similarly, for final compression is final compression of the spring is S2 by S, capital S2 by S. So if you substitute the values, you'll be getting as 61 mm. And one more thing, what we have is spring constant. Spring constant is nothing but the stiffness of the spring. We'll go for the next problem. In a spring-loaded governor of Hartnell type, the mass of each ball is 1 kg, small m is 1 kg. Length of vertical arm of the bell crank lever is 100 mm and that of horizontal arm is 50 mm. The distance of fulcrum of each bell crank lever is 80 mm from the axis of rotation of the governor. The extreme radii of rotation of the balls are 75 mm and 112.5 mm. The maximum equilibrium speed is 5% greater than the minimum equilibrium speed, which is 360 rpm. Find neglecting obliquity of arms, initial compression of the spring, and equilibrium speed corresponding to the radius of rotation of 100 mm. So we have small m is equal to 1 kg, x is 100 mm, x is 100 mm, y is 50 mm, r is 80 mm, 0.08 meters, r1 is 75 mm, r2 is 112.5 mm, n1 is 360 rpm, convert radians per second is 37.7 radians per second. So first thing what you have to find out is that we have to find out into or omega 2. So he has told it is 5% greater than the minimum equilibrium speed. So omega 2 is equal to 1.05 into 37.7, then 39.6 radians per second. So Fc1 is equal to m into omega 1 square into r1. So it is 106.6 newtons. Similarly, centrifugal force at maximum speed, it is Fc2 is equal to m into omega 2 square into r2. It is 176.4 newtons. So we will be finding out S1 and S2, that is the load on the spring or spring force, and as usual we neglect the obliquity of the arms. So m into g plus S1 is equal to 2 into Fc1 into x by y. Substitute all the values, we will be getting the value of S1 as 426.4 newtons. Similarly, for maximum equilibrium position, mg plus S2 is equal to 2 into Fc2 into x by y. So we will be getting the value of S2 as 7.5.6 newtons. Next, lift of the sleeve h is equal to r2 minus r1 into y by x, that is 0.018 meters, and stiffness of the spring is s is equal to s2 minus s1 by h. So substitute all the values, you will be getting as 14.89 newton per millimeter. Initial compression of the spring is s1 by s, final compression of spring is s2 by s. One more thing is equilibrium speed corresponding to radius of rotation. R is 100 mm, that is zero point 0.1 meters. N is the equilibrium speed. So what is the equation? Fc is equal to Fc1 plus Fc2 minus Fc1 into R minus R1 divided by R2 minus R1. So substitute all the values, you'll be getting it as 153 newtons. So to find out the equilibrium speed, we know the centrifugal force equation. Fc is equal to m into omega square into R. Fc is known. How much is it? It is 153 newtons. So substitute all the values, you'll be getting the value of N as 373 rpm.